I travel to Chaldean, the great city of the East. It has fallen before one of the last lords of hell, Belial. I mean to set the city free.
Here we are. Chaldean, Jewel of the East. Uncle Deckard loved this place.
He wouldn't now that it is under the spell of Belial, Lord of Lies. I can smell his stench on the air.
We will split up. You two search for Belial while I hunt Magda. Kane's death must be avenged. How does it feel to be back in Chaldean?
I told myself I'd never come back here. And yet here I am.
Because of what happened to your father.
Because of what happened to me. Some scars don't heal, and there's no point in scratching at them, is there? The weather doesn't suit me either. That will serve me well.
You may notice that jewels you find enhance your already considerable abilities. I can combine similar gems to make a more powerful one. At the moment, I can only offer you a few basic pieces of jewelry. Now, if you bring me supplies, I will eventually be able to offer you exciting and exotic new designs. But it doesn't have to be just business with us. Come by and talk anytime, my friend. I knew you would lead me to exciting and mysterious places. We should encounter the jewel I seek any day now.
For a man obsessed with jewels, you do not appear to be wealthy.
Easily explained. A good pair of sandals will last 10 years. But one cannot search for cursed jewels without buying 10 to 12 large meals a day. Very expensive.
Wait a moment. The gem is cursed?
Only slightly. It changes form from time to time. Yes. Oh, and it slowly drives its owners mad. Otherwise, it's completely harmless. You try to give a young man some advice, and he assumes you are the Sensei god of thieves, traveling in disguise as an elderly jeweler. I understand his confusion, as I do share certain features.
I noticed that you did nothing to dissuade him.
Why would I? Who is more deserving of care and guidance than the humble thief?
The people of Shansai worship 59 gods, but few are more revered than Zai, the exiled trickster god who travels the face of the world disguised as a humble merchant. Tales of his adventures range from ingenious thefts and practical jokes to more lurid exploits, none of which I am comfortable recording here.
I heard a rumor that there is a strange and mysterious jewel crafting device hidden in the aqueducts of the Daugr Oasis. I have a mind to go search for it myself. Don't worry, I won't go alone. I'm sure I'll find someone to show me around. Oh, it's even harder than I remembered, Ed. I'm afraid I'm growing weak. I need a drink and a bath. And something to keep the sun off. Or maybe just a nice, cool jewel to put on my forehead. That will fix everything.
If there's treasure to be had, then I'm in.
You seem down today. Tell me what Miriam can do for you.
Do not mistake resolve for a foul mood.
Well, you should resolve to enjoy life a bit more. So, the Demon Lords want to crush all humanity beneath their heel. Does that mean you can't smile? The cultists are making a great mess of things out in the desert. They deserve the painful death you will bring to them.
What is the Coven's goal?
They are torturing and killing innocent villagers to lure you into their trap. But you'll get the better of them, won't you? An enchanting young woman, who is much more than her youth suggests, will come to your aid today. She can be of great help to you, so try to be polite, will you?
I always treat my allies with respect. What is meant to happen?
The Coven will use deception to try to ambush you. Ugh, how predictable. I was just talking to Hedrick. He is still denying his grief. He really needs to open up. If he would just let me comfort him, it would do him a world of good.
Hey, mister, I got some new things. You should take it.
Guard, where have these refugees come from?
I am not a guard. I am a Shira, commander of the Iron Wolves. We saved these refugees from Magda's coven, that even now wreaks havoc throughout the borderlands.
My enemy. The gods have led me to you. Where can I find Magda?
She's heading toward Alcarnus, but has blocked the road behind her. However, there is another way. Through the Kasim outpost. All of these people have fled from the cultists in Alcarnus. They are refugees far from their homes.
Why do they rot out here? There are riches in the city that could ease their suffering.
The Imperial Guard lets no one in. These people are sentenced to a slow death. The Iron Wolves were mercenaries, until we helped the Zakarum priests find the successor to the first Emperor Hakan. We became the Emperor's personal guard after that. But everything changed a few months ago when the first refugees began arriving. An Imperial Guard was created to protect the citizens from the refugees, while we were out in the desert fighting the Coven and their demon spawn. Eventually, they took over.
I've got some brand new goods.
Most commoners know Chaldean by reputation, if not direct experience. The trade city has existed for thousands of years, predating even the Mage clan wars. Its neutral stance throughout the following centuries saved it from the destruction that visited the nearby city of Vizjun, and life, along with trade, carried on.
The inner city is closed by order of His Eminence, Emperor Hakan II. For now, you must all remain here.
Let us in! We are dying of hunger and thirst. Can't you smell the stench of death?
The Emperor has forsaken us.
Back, or we will force you back.
You Imperial Guard would let us...
Shudder, child, what is that foul stench?
It's the sewer, sir. That hole goes right into it.
I'm sure our Emperor had his reasons for closing the gates, but how are we expected to sleep scant inches from tunnels packed with filth?
A bit of advice, my lord. If I were you, I would sleep with my back against a wall.
Teriel and I learned that while the Iron Wolves were fighting Magda in the desert, the Emperor replaced them with Imperial guards who bar all from the inner city.
I suspect that the Iron Wolves were sent out to die. Belial has made his move. We must find a way into the city.
As a child, I explored Chaldean while Uncle Deckard studied here. I can get in through the sewers.
Good. Learn what you can while I hunt Magda.
Be careful. Alcarnus sounds like Magda's trap.
This gate leads to Alcarnus. You'll need to follow the long road over the canyon bridge and through the Kassim outpost. We haven't heard anything from the Iron Wolves in the desert. If you make it to the Kassim outpost, seek out Captain David.
Magda will pay for her wickedness.
Take heed, traveler. Cultists guard these desert roads, and they will slay any who pass.
That would spare me the trouble of finding them.
Then you must not go alone. I shall accompany you. There are illusions out there. Mirages to some. But I can see them for what they are. The Coven's foul magic. They will lead you to your death.
Thank you for the warning, but I do not fear the cultists' magic. Their traps are easy to spot.
Be careful. They are very near to us.
Ooh, the road is blocked.
You should never have come. Demons will feast on your bones. I've missed killing these. Come on then.
How did you know about the ambush?
I am an enchantress. The ways of magic and illusion are familiar to me. My name is Arena.
Thank you, Arena. But I do not believe you have told me the truth about your presence here.
Well, I am also looking for someone. But here, let me clear the way for you.
Captain, from behind!
Protect the people! Iron Wolf!
If not for you, the Lacuni would have eaten well this day.
I traveled to Alcarnus. Will there be more of these Lacuni on the road?
Even worse. Cultists are casting spells in 2 of their desert lairs to obscure the Black Canyon Bridge.
Let us head north to the Howling Plateau. The cultist magic seems to be emanating from there. There is another illusion here. The cultists tried to hide their footsteps, but their spells are weak and easily countered. If we follow these prints, we can find their lairs and halt the rituals. I will seek out any other traces of their magic.
The ritual is disrupted!
This should remove part of the illusion.
It is with some reluctance that I write on the 7 Lords of Hell, for they are the greatest of the demons, and even whispering their names seems to poison the air around me. They are divided into the lesser evils, Belial, Asmodan, Juriel, and Andariel, and the prime evils, Mephisto, Baal, and Diablo.
Look, more hidden footprints. More hidden footprints. This is one of the cultists' lairs. They are casting part of the illusion inside.
The ritual is
There. That ought to dispel the Coven's magic. Let us go to the bridge.
This hero means to attack you in Alcarnus. If I were you, I would set a trap at the Kasim outpost. But I am not you. For all I know, you wish to fail me again and force me to kill you. That would grieve me, though somehow I think I could manage it.
Tell me, what shall you do when Magda is dead?
I will see the Lords of Hell, Belial and Asmodan, brought down and destroyed.
I'm curious. You must be the one who is meant to find here. I think it is time for you to know my true tale. I am not from Chaldeum. I learned these spells 1,500 years ago. My sisters and I pledged our service to a man of great power. We called him the Prophet. He trained us and placed us in a magical slumber to awaken in this era. I am to prevent the Lords of Hell from invading.
Our meeting was clearly the work of the gods. Join me. I believe you will make a powerful ally in this fight. Now, to the Kasim outpost. I am returning to town. How long did you look for me?
Well, it was not very easy to find you. I had to search for days. When I woke up alone, I did not know what had happened. I wrote about it a little. You may read more if you wish. I felt no fear when they sealed the tomb before me. Only a sense of peace as my mind drifted away into the darkness. It seems I opened my eyes only seconds later and beheld the chamber in ruins, half buried in sand. I have left everything behind. Only hope guides me now.
What was it like, the age you lived in?
Beautiful cities towered up toward the heavens, but they were full of wickedness. Vigerai ruled them with will's sharpest stone.
I have heard of them.
A clan of mages, bound more by their lust for power than by blood. I see that their influence has waned in this age.
Was the Prophet one of them?
Oh no, he meant to punish the Vigerai. They were the first to summon demons into this land.
Do you have any other family?
My brother and I were orphans. We only had each other.
Is he a thief also?
No, he was a member of the city guard.
That seems odd.
Not as much as you might think. Until the end, that is.
Aha! I knew you'd need my help.
I have considered what we discussed, and you are correct. I know little about my past, beyond what my order has told me. But what does it matter? Look what they have done for me. They've turned me into a living weapon, a light against darkness.
If you do not seek your past, you will never know peace.
I wouldn't know how to begin. How do I seek memories that have been taken from me?
Meditation can unlock the mysteries of the mind.
You may be right. I will find a way to take back my memories and exonerate my order. I have thought of a way to retrieve my lost memories, but it is dangerous. I must ask you to promise me something. Should I lapse into my old sins, whatever they may be, you must kill me, as I killed John Dar.
I promise. What now?
I found a journal on John Dar's corpse, written in an ancient Templar cipher. I can translate it, but it will take some time. Perhaps studying his treachery will give me a clue into my past.
The words of a traitor should not cause you fear.
John Dar was once a man of faith, devoted to the Templar Order. What if he discovered something that made him betray himself? It matters not, for I must do this anyway. What shall we fight today?
Is the city much as you remember it?
Last time I passed through here was soon after meeting Mira. She wanted to stop and see the city, but I convinced her to travel on. My good memories of Chaldeum feel like I'm watching someone else's life. I'll be glad for us to be gone.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
I must say, I'm very fond of this new family I find myself in. But you could be a bit more open about your love for us, you know.
I feel loyalty for my comrades in arms.
Oh, don't try to hide it. You act like you just need us for our skills. But we know the real reason you've brought us along with you. Have I ever told you that I knew Shen before he became part of our family here? Oh, he is such a sweet old fool. What a wild love we had for each other. He used to do the most surprising things, if you know what I mean. I could tell you stories that would curl your hair.
Please, don't.
Who's there? Please, don't eat me.
Come out, child. I won't hurt you.
I thought you were one of the bad people, or maybe even a demon. They killed my father, but I won't let them kill what he worked for. He was a great merchant. I'm going to be just like him.
You're right. I'm sure he'd be proud of you.
About a week has passed since the cultists found us. Mama told me to hide. I was always good at hiding. No one could ever find me because I would choose the places where no one wanted to look. Then they dragged my parents away. I can still hear them screaming.
Prepare for a long fight!
spent months searching these deserts for the Rignar idol. It is here, in these ruins. I know it. I've survived starvation, dehydration, cultists, demons. This place is too much for me. You look like you could help me find it. I've come too close. I can't fail now.
I will help you.
I found you. I only had half the power you do. Hit me! I only had half the power you do. Nothing will stop us! The idol! We found it! It was all worth it. Everything! Now that it is at hand, I find myself filled with trepidation. Would you take it for me? What was that? He almost died. If you weren't here...
You are not equipped to hunt treasure out here. You should get back to the city.
Perhaps you're right. Thanks for helping me retrieve the idol, and for saving my life.
Belial, Lord of Lies, is the most elusive of the 7 evils, and is a master of deceit. It is said that he manipulated Asmodan into revolt against the prime evils. This began the Burning Hell's civil war, which ended with the dark exile of the prime evils to our mortal realm.
There's something odd about those guards.
Captain of the Guard, you are hereby ordered to send a band of your most loyal men to secure the Qasim outpost. Control of the city hangs by a thread. The commoners are becoming restless, and it is imperative that we subdue them. Remain vigilant, for there may already be an outsider within our borders looking to stir up trouble.
We've been safe ever since the Imperial Guard.
I'm going to Alcarnas. Open the gate.
You must be mad. But if you're intent on rushing headlong to your death, talk to Captain David down in the command post. He's got the gate key.
Here you are, delivered unto me as a sacrifice. A gift from Lord Belial.
You are the sacrifice, Magda. Belial set you here as bait to lure me away from his treachery in Chaldean.
No! He would never betray me! Strike him down!
Belial is the Lord of Lies, Magda. It matters not. You were dead the minute you killed Cain.
Not a moment too soon. They plan to sacrifice us to Belial. Iron Wolves, take back the town!
We've been discovered!
Has Magda reached Alcarnes?
Yes, we've heard rumors of a horrible slaughter there.
Open the gate. I will put an end to Magda's evil. Cain, your death will be
This fight is over!
I don't have enough spirit.
The gods struck through me!
Stay back! Don't come any closer! Oh, thank you. They captured us to use as bait. Please, take anything you need from the cellar. We owe you everything.
A vicious strike!
Valrus manuscript lists Asmodan as the best battlefield commander of all demons, having defeated the angels many times in the eternal conflict across Pandemonium and the prime evils in the demonic civil war. If the Lord of Sin ever assaults our realm, we truly have much to fear.
thought rescue would never...
Not look back.
I must escape.
You are safe now.
I'm... rescued.
Head south to Caldeum.
I owe you everything.
Run. Do not look back.
The gods have answered my
what
prayers.
What purpose were these people in prison?
Not enough spirit. No more lies, no more illusions. Now you die.
It matters not. While you hunted me, Belial's Imperial Guard captured your little witch Leah. Soon, her power shall be his.
Rest easy, Deckard King.
Another triumph for righteousness. Let the wicked tremble.
I need to go back. Even as she drew her last breath, Magda swore that her master, the demon lord Belial, would rule our world. That will not come to pass while I still live. Before I killed her, Magda told me that the Imperial Guard had captured Leah. But at the Qasim outpost, the guards revealed themselves to be serpent demons of Belial.
Then they must be holding the Emperor against his will. I tremble to think what Belial might do with Leah and her growing power. The only chance we have to rescue Leah is to wrest the Emperor from the grasp of the Imperial Guard.
Ashira of the Iron Wolves can get us to the Emperor. I will speak with her.
Good.
I do not understand why your fall raised the dead. You were an angel.
Not just any angel. I was the Archangel of Justice. My fall awoke the vengeful dead who were slain unjustly during Diablo's reign of terror. There was nothing I could do. As my power left my body, I had absolutely no control over it. Caldeum is the greatest city in the world, the seat of the Empire of Kyrgyzstan.
A mighty city. It truly is the jewel of the East.
Its libraries overflow with undeciphered tomes of arcane knowledge. Its streets cover labyrinthine tunnels. It is a city of wonder and mystery. I do not know how these refugees persevere. Their situation is dire, and it seems there is little hope for them. Where do they find the strength to carry on?
Humans are strong. Suffering will not break us. It only makes us stronger.
The human spirit never ceases to amaze me. I feel Belial in the very air. I see his shadow behind haunted eyes. Hear his voice whispering lies on the wind. He need not bring an army to this city. It is his already.
Did you meet your wife here?
It's actually quite a tale. We met in a town not far from here on the outskirts of Curast. She was... well, you're not going to believe it. She was locked in a cage.
Your wife was a criminal?
No. They were going to burn her as a witch.
You wed a witch?
Let's talk about this another time.
Oh, the Jewel of the East! Chaldeum is really quite amazing. I have never seen anything quite like it. And I have seen so many things in my life.
Chaldeum is a jewel only in name, not in actuality.
That explains quite a bit, actually.
My people are shunned many places, but we were always welcomed in Chaldeum. Something must be very wrong, that they won't even let their own people into the city now.
Something? You have the sight. Tell me what is wrong.
Is that any way to speak to me? And you don't need visions to see that Belial is in control of the city. The question is how?
Have you found everything to be as the prophet foresaw?
Well, I did not expect you to keep company with a seraph.
You mean Tyrael? He was a god of justice in my lands.
I knew what he was the instant I beheld him, but being in his presence makes me quite nervous.
Be at ease. He is our ally.
We do not deserve it. Tyrael sacrificed all he knew to aid us. I hope it is worthwhile.
Why did you and your brother choose different paths?
We're not much alike, really. He was always dependable and practical. A complete bore, I'd say.
And you were drawn to trouble?
Hardly. I was just amusing myself with the Thieves' Guild. It was nothing serious.
Until you were a wanted man.
That may have been serious.
Let us seek our fortunes together.
I have translated a strange passage from Jondar's journal. Long before he began serving Magda, he found a set of what he called key words hidden in a dusty librum. He writes that when he read these words, memories from his past returned to torment him. It was at that point that he began to mistrust the Order, though he did not say why. I am prepared to look upon these words and risk my soul. But I want you to understand something. I know I may die at any time. When I do, it must be without a single doubt that I am serving the light.
There is no sin in seeking balance. We will confront this darkness in you together.
Thank you, my friend. But please, remember your promise. It is good to fight with you again.
Look, I've dug up some new things for you to take.
The Trade Consortium Council has always been the ruling body of Chaldeum, but it gained additional strength after the fall of the Vigerai. The councilmen saw opportunity in the rapidly growing Zakarum faith, and they allowed the fanatics to build their enormous cathedral, Saldenkal, within the center of the city. Not content to reign supreme in commerce and religion, the Trade Consortium Council aspired to make Chaldeum a nexus of learning as well. It proposed to unite the mage academies in a massive new structure, the Ashari Sanctum, which has remained a beacon of knowledge and advancement ever since.
Ashira, the Emperor and my friend are in grave danger. I must gain entry into the palace.
I heard what you did at Kasim Outpost in Alcanis. You have my thanks. And you shall have my help. Captain Ravan, this man has vital information regarding the massacre in the borderlands. We must see the Emperor at once.
Very well, but I don't think you'll find him receptive. Let them pass!
Let's go. I'll lead you to the palace.
You are bold to have sought this audience with me. My guards tell me you were responsible for the massacre of innocent villagers in Alcanis.
Lies. Alcarnus was the dark work of Magda and her coven, servants of Belial.
If you are innocent, then why do you have spies skulking through my sewers? Bring her in!
Let me go!
I detest violence. Gods, I leave this matter in your hands.
I knew you'd come for me.
We must go before more guards arrive.
Get out of here. I will cover your escape.
Thank you. Now we need to get to the sewers. I'll explain why when we get there. These demons are blocking our way. We must destroy their summoning construct.
Rethink your intent.
There has to be a way into the sewers from here. This leads to the sewers. I found my mother, Adria. She's alive. But the Imperial Guard is holding her somewhere down here.
We will find her.
So Magda was telling the truth. Somehow I knew my mother was alive. Always knew it.
Tread carefully, Leah. There may have been reasons why your mother hid that fact from you.
I'm glad that's over.
I am your destroyer!
And now we see the truth of this city. Shining citadel built on rot and evil.
Such is the nature of all places. A mixture of light and dark, of dirt and purity.
Exemplary servants. Keep the witch alive until she talks. Pain will loose her tongue, but only to a point. Remember what happened with the Vizier's assistant? It was a pleasurable time, I admit. But the man had only incoherent babble and bloody strands of pus spilling from his lips by the end.
Adria should be up here.
Tell us about the Black Soul Stone! We know of the three that the Horadrim used to trap the Primevals. What is the purpose of this one?
Your master Belial has good reason to fear it.
Leave her alone!
Seize them!
Leah, my daughter.
You know who I am?
My darling, I've watched over you all your life, but I never dared get close because of the danger that always shadows me.
Now is not the time for talk.
New goods today, please.
I heard that you were there 20 years ago, when Mount Ariat was destroyed.
Baal, the Lord of Destruction, sought to enslave mankind to the power of hell by corrupting the sacred World Stone. Unthinkable though it was, I was forced to destroy it.
Wasn't the mountain destroyed as well?
Understand, friend, that entire worlds burned as heaven and hell fought over the World Stone. Ariat's destruction was regrettable. And, believe me, I paid a high cost as well.
What happened after you destroyed the World Stone?
The resultant explosion dispersed the light and harmony of my angelic being. Without form or shape, I restored myself within the realm of pandemonium. It took me 20 of your years, but finally, I returned home to the high heavens.
They must have hailed you as a hero.
Hardly. Believing my actions had endangered creation, the Angiras Council put me, the Archangel of Justice, on trial. I knew then that heaven was doomed, unless I could enlist the aid of mankind against the coming onslaught of hell.
I got some new things. You should take a look.
Those you've chosen to fight alongside you are an interesting bunch. Children after my own heart, flawed in such interesting ways. Irena is quite vivacious for one with such a burden, don't you think? I know you agree with me, Cormac. You'd best keep your vows in mind. Or maybe you shouldn't. And that Lyndon, he makes me laugh. He can warm my bed any night. Reminds me of my second husband, he does.
Sometimes you can be strange.
It is merely the consequence of seeing that which is not readily visible. I have accepted it.
I did not mean it as a slight. I enjoy your company.
Then you have my thanks. Although, perhaps you are right. I feel as though part of me still sleeps in a faraway realm.
Time may change your feelings.
That would be nice. But the feeling I have indicates that it is more unpleasant and complicated than that.
What happened to your brother?
Nothing you'd want to hear.
I asked.
And then what? I suppose you'll make it all right. You'll fix it up just like another one of your little errands. Some things aren't that easy.
I am a patient man.
God, you're so noble about it too. Spare me. Oh, I've been waiting for this.
May the battles never end.
I'm surprised Cain never told you why I left. He knew I was called to fight the Lords of Hell, and I knew he would keep you safe.
He's gone now.
Then it's fate that we have been reunited. Cain's work, your work, is my war.
According to the Heraldric texts, only two evils remain. Belial is here in Chaldeum, and Azmodan has yet to reveal himself.
Did you find it difficult to abandon your child?
What? No, I never saw it that way. She grew up in safety, while I risked my life to find the key to our salvation. It was the sacrifice that I had to make. In any case, Leah will meet her full potential under my guidance. Do you not have things to do?
How well did you know Cain?
For a time, during the darkening of Tristram, we spent many nights in the Tavern of the Rising Sun, discussing his Heraldric texts and the varied arcana I'd collected during my travels.
Had you seen him since then?
Only from afar. From time to time, our paths would cross, and I would catch glimpses of Leah as she grew. It broke my heart that I could not reveal myself and raise her as my own.
How did the Imperial Guard find you?
I was trying to steal out of the city. I'd returned to gather some things before setting out to recover Zoltan Kuhl's head, and the guards found me.
Tell me more about your witch wife.
Very funny. I broke her out in the middle of the night and we escaped. They didn't chase us far. I guess they were glad to see her go.
A real boy meets witch story.
She wasn't a witch. She was a mystic. Though we didn't find that out for a time. Not until we started traveling with the Vetchin wagon train. But that's a story for another time.
This Adria, I sense dark things about her. She is not averse to using whatever means necessary to destroy Azmodan and Belial. She will use the Black Soulstone, no matter what the cost.
To defeat your enemy, one must make sacrifices.
Some costs may prove too high, even for you. I worry about Leah. How is she?
Why do you ask?
Oh, no reason. She just needs someone looking out for her. This Zoltan Kuhl sounds like an untrustworthy fellow. You don't have your head separated from your body for no good reason.
We need him to get the Soul Stone.
Well, if you must. But I don't trust any of those ancient sorcerer types. Always up to no good.
I think I might have met Zoltan Kuhl once. He seemed like a perfectly reasonable sort, for a mage, that is.
For a mage?
Oh, yes. Well, you know how they can be. With the waving hands and the mumbling all the time. They can be a little strange.
The guards were asking you about this Black Soul Stone. I remember reading about it in Uncle's journal, but it didn't seem important.
No, but it is. It is the key to defeating evil forever. It was created by the mage Zoltan Kuhl to trap demonic souls.
Yes, he was a renegade Horadrim, dismembered by his brethren before he could activate the Soul Stone. His head was sealed away in the Dulgar Oasis.
We must retrieve it, because if we're to use the Soul Stone to defeat Belial and Azmodan, Zoltan Kuhl must live again.
I do not like this. We can defeat Belial without...
We rescued Leah's mother, the witch Adria. She told us of the Black Soul Stone, an artifact that could destroy the last lords of hell. I will find it, and God's willing, we will use it in our fight.
Murderer, torturer, monster. These were the titles bestowed upon Zoltan Kuhl by the Horadrim. Though it cost them dearly, they killed the wizard for his crimes against nature and sealed his broken corpse within a shadow realm. It seems they were afraid he might return. Zoltan Kuhl, a legend. There is no doubt in my mind he is as powerful as the stories say. But for every bit of his genius, he was surely mad. He was obsessed with immortality and power.
A madman. We would do better to leave him asleep in the desert than to call on him for aid.
You have a better idea.
I do not. It is merely a warning.
Tyrael says that Zoltan Kuhl cannot be trusted. Do you think it wise to ignore that counsel?
It will be dangerous, but you have faced great peril before. If Belial and Azmodan invade, you will have much more to worry about than a dismembered wizard.
I don't like dealing with Kuhl any better than you do, but I see no other way. If Adria says we must, then we must. Uncle Deckard trusted her, and so will I.
300 years ago, I selected Kuhl and 6 others to form the Horadrim. He was a great man who was driven mad by his long quest to hunt evil.
Why did the Horadrim kill Zoltan Kuhl?
He delved into powers not meant for man, trying to fashion an artifact that could fill his empty heart with the souls of angels and demons. The Horadrim had no choice but to slay him. The Order never recovered.
They will run when they see us.
It's disgusting. I've seen that man going in and out of the sewers.
It's quite a maze down here, isn't it?
Listen to me. I cannot talk for long. Belial's guards are constantly watching me.
Emperor Hakan?
Forgive me for my behavior at court. The gods would have killed me had I sided with you. But I will help you now as I can. You must be headed to the Oasis. I can open this gate for you.
How did this all happen?
There's little I can do. Between my advisors and the Imperial Guard, my every move and action are controlled. I have tried to fight back, but Belial's influence is strong. But now you've given me a chance. Perhaps my only chance.
How can you assist me?
You're here to kill Belial, aren't you? I can help.
As you helped me in the palace?
I can still fight in my own way. I want my empire back. I will find where Belial is hiding and deliver him to you.
Why should I trust you? You tried to kill us.
I told you it was not my choice. My every move is controlled and I am surrounded by enemies. But I swear to you, I will help you. I will prove it to you.
Diablo was the youngest of the prime evils, but I found him the most dangerous, for his power over terror left him incapable of feeling fear. Though he had easily possessed and corrupted many humans, Diablo's essence was finally trapped in a soul stone and banished to the unfathomable abyss 20 years ago.
This fight is over!
What a monstrous creature! No doubt the desert has swallowed its share of ancient texts over the ages.
Books aren't the only things buried in these sands.
True, but the creatures aren't worth looking at.
Andariel was the only female evil. She aided the lesser evils for many years, but eventually she lost faith in their plots. 2 decades ago, she chose to help Diablo during his resurgence and seize the citadel of the Sightless Eye. Ultimately, she perished at the hands of brave heroes.
I've never seen a place like this.
Joriel is the twin of Andariel. I believe that they conspired together to assist Diablo in releasing Mephisto and Baal, though they had both supported the lesser evils in the past. The Lord of Pain was found guarding Baal's prison, the tomb of Tal Rasha, when he was slain by heroes.
Please, help! The Imperial Guards are in my home. You can't let them find what's in the back room.
The refugees will make fine slaves, and you will make a fine corpse.
You have done something truly noble, warrior. Let me show you why this room is so important. The Imperial Guards were trying to take these refugees. I did not know what to do. I am not the warrior my father was. Take whatever you want from his chests.
You saved us.
May Akarat praise you.
Each and every crusader was a warrior of rare strength. They had mastered the power of light, of weapon and shield, and of self. Each was sworn to live as a crusader and to die as one. 200 years ago, they took their apprentices and set out into the eastern swamplands. They were never heard from again. Until now.
Overwhelm the enemy and seize his companions. There is a witch among them, and another, a girl. Bring them to me along with the Black Soul Stone. They will be searching for the head of Zoltun Kuhl. Scour the oasis for it. Some old sorcery lingers on the skull, and it must be mine.
You wait here.
Our opponents may be strong, but I will not stand down.
My path becomes clearer.
Door is sealed by magic means. The stone faces upon the ground seem to have some reaction to our presence. We would investigate further, but our intrusion has woken something in these halls. We should not linger.
My life has been long. I have gathered much wealth around me, but gold has brought me nothing but pain. And I will not let the curse of my wealth fall on my family. This room shall hold my treasure for all eternity. None shall divine its secrets.
This cannot be opened yet.
Focus, friend.
What do you mean?
We have battled countless creatures, ensuring the end of the matter, and yet you still remain vigilant. a true hero.
Your flaws are revealed!
A vicious strike! Prepare for a long fight!
This is the sort of place where one might hide Zoltan Kuhl's head.
We are in agreement. Kuhl, the renegade, must be stopped. He seeks to duplicate the power of the stones and wield it for his own ends. He is obsessed with the powers of heaven and hell. Drawing their attention will only bring doom to us all.
Rust never wrote about this.
I will not do that.
sets out in 1 week's time into the desolate sands to search for Kul's hidden archives. None of us have any idea what to expect. How far has Kul's madness driven him? How much power has he accumulated in his mad quest? I can only hope we are not too late.
The evil of Mephisto, Lord of Hatred, was so pervasive that even after he had been defeated and entombed in a soul stone, his demonic essence oozed upwards into Travancore and corrupted the Zakharum priests. Though he fell to the same heroes who killed his brothers, I fear for us should he ever return.
I am returning to town.
If you keep holding back, then you'll never improve. Ah! Leah, are you all right?
Yes, I think so.
I'm sorry to push you like this, but it will all be for the best in the end.
I know.
It is time. Leah, cast the spell as I taught you.
I live again.
Zoltan Kul. We need you to activate the Black Soul Stone. We would use it to trap the last 2 Lords of Hell.
I know your voice, stranger. It has haunted me in death, just as it commanded me in life. Tyrael.
I am, but now mortal.
Fate is whimsical. I will give you the Black Soul Stone, but in exchange, I must be made whole once again.
You were treacherous before. How do I know you won't be an even greater threat once you've been fully revived?
You don't. So you must ask yourself, how much would you risk to save this wretched world?
Everything.
So be it. To begin, you will need to retrieve my blood from the dungeons where it has been hidden away. You will find them in the desolate sands beyond the aqueducts.
I'm going to go with you. We should bring Kul's head with us. Maybe he'll have something useful to say. I'll put him in your bag.
After surviving the devastation in Tristram all those years ago, I swore vengeance upon Diablo and his ilk. I've sacrificed everything for it. This is my path, and I will follow it through to its bloody end.
You know that Leah admires you.
She has a kind heart.
And that is good, is it not?
Kindness will not help us survive in these dark times. The Lord of Lies is cunning. He wears many masks to hide his shifting nature from us. But we will have an advantage over him. The Black Soul Stone. Belial fears its power, for Soul Stones have bested his siblings in the past, and he could be imprisoned as well.
Have you met Belial in combat before?
Not openly. He was never one to lead an army, always in the shadows, much like his mentor Mephisto. He wields intrigue and artifice as proficiently as you wield your weapons.
What happened during your time with the Vetchin?
When we first joined the wagon train, we were just 2 lost souls. The Vetchin thought it was unbearably romantic. A pair of lovers on the run from their pasts. I suppose it might have even been true. A mystic with the Vetchin recognized Mira's talent immediately. We stayed with them while Mira learned from her. Along the way, we fell in love and married. I've never known anything as surely as my love for her.
Perhaps she used her magic to cast a spell on you.
Never mind.
New goods today. Please look, you won't be disappointed.
You're looking at me in a very strange manner.
I have spoken to the gods, though they have never spoken to me directly. I do not believe you are one of them.
I see. Well, tell me, how do your gods communicate, if not directly?
I listen. I watch for signs. The wind guides me. The clouds direct me.
Well, no. That sounds quite challenging. But in my religion, the gods sometimes appear in mortal form to deliver wisdom to confused travelers.
So, you insist that you are a god?
Hey, you tell me. Do you feel wiser? Wise guy?
Have you never truly loved a woman?
Ah, yes. The unreasonable one I spoke of earlier. I loved her with every inch of my heart before it went black as coal.
What was her fate?
Well, she did what all unreasonable women do. Married the wrong man.
You couldn't convince her otherwise?
It wouldn't have been easy. He was my brother.
I have wondered, what became of your sisters?
They should have awakened as well, but their mission has already ended.
How?
I sought out the closest two before I met you. They lay dead and mutilated in their chambers. The others are some distance away. I fear the worst.
Who could have killed them?
There were traces of demonic magic upon their wounds. Surely the Prophet could have protected them. Where has he gone? It is always wonderful to see you.
Lead the way to glory.
You're an interesting one, aren't you? I wonder if your friends know what you truly are.
Speak plainly, wizard. What do you mean?
Oh, all will be revealed in time.
Need spirit.
These pieces won't go down easily.
A vicious strike. Feel the wrath of Yitar! It cannot be done.
going to explore the great library of Videogames as I return.
You sound like you're hungry.
Maybe. We've got to have books on the Black Soul Stone and Asmodeth. Something that I haven't understand the series.
What you ask is impossible.
I'll be telling stories about that for a while.
To the aqueduct! Lord Belial demands your blood!
I cannot open this.
I can open this gate for you.
Emperor Hakan?
No time for pleasantries. I think I may have uncovered Bilal's assumed identity. I'm very close. But here's what you need to know. To find Kul's blood, you'll need to get through the aqueducts. There are 2 levers that control the entrance beneath the waterfall.
Have you located Belial?
Not yet, but I have some ideas. It is difficult. I have many advisors and other attendants close to me day and night. I will find him.
How are you able to appear before us?
They keep a close watch on me, and I can't leave the palace. I stole an amulet from the Vigerai ambassador. I saw him use it before. But I don't have much time. You need to find the stone. Leave Bilal to me.
You saw all the guards he had up there. Just how did he manage to sneak away?
This place reeks of demons. We must be wary.
Belial. So long as he lives, all of Chaldean is under siege.
Does he command all of these demons to serve him?
Uncle Deckard theorized that the demon lords leave demons in their wake, much like us leaving footprints.
Do you believe that?
Yes. The more I study my uncle's books, the more I realize that even I took his wisdom for granted.
He was a great man. I hope hope Adric knows how to remove rust from armored boots. By all reason.
I miss searching for lost artifacts with Uncle Deckard, even though it did have its dangerous side. I can't tell you how many times I had to drag him away from an army of skeletons because he was fixated on some dusty old tapestry.
Is over! It cannot be done. Not enough spirit. I'm carrying too much. I need to go back.
You have sought knowledge for many years, yet you look reserved for your age, Adria. Just how old are you, exactly?
Go to hell.
Corpses are piled high in here.
We must leave nothing unexplored if we wish to purge these aqueducts.
That was it.
The Chaldean aqueducts were created by order of the Trade Consortium Council after the Dulgar Oasis was discovered 3 centuries ago. Though Chaldeum had been prosperous for many years, a reliable source of water allowed the city to grow even further. Luxurious public fountains were built to provide safe drinking water for everyone.
I used to get so upset when Uncle Deckard would go on and on about angels and demons. Now I would give anything to hear him tell his tales again.
Rethink your intent. I will not do that. A vicious strike!
The world is
That's one lever down.
The light still guides us, even in the darkest of places.
Philosopher Caddis said, if you want to know the truth of a city, you need look no further than the state of its infrastructure.
Then Chaldeum was founded on filth and rot?
Yes, and built on secrets.
In recent days, the aqueducts have become dilapidated and infested with vermin. The Imperial Guard has done nothing, proclaiming that the aqueducts were in tolerable condition. But I have seen them with my own eyes, and I know the truth. Many wealthy families, including myself, now prefer well water for our homes.
It's over!
Yitar! Beneath the endless tide! These creatures won't go down easily.
It cannot be done.
You are defeated!
I don't have enough spirit.
The wrath of Yitar!
That passage should lead to the Desolate Sands.
A secret door hidden behind a waterfall. How imaginative.
You would do better?
You shall see when we get to my archives.
Hello? Is there anyone alive out there? Hello? Is there anyone? Are you still alive out there? Or is it the monsters? Thank you for releasing me. It was getting a little boring in there. I am seeking a magic crucible that legend says was hidden in these very aqueducts. It would be a valuable addition to my jeweler's tools. Help me find it, and I will be greatly indebted to you. Oh, how rude of me. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Covetous Shen.
Your name is Covetous?
Covetous Shen. I can't imagine why my young partner bashed me over the head and sealed me in there. This place is quite dangerous without a knowledgeable guide.
You run into danger like one seeking death, old man.
Yet, I'm still alive. Life is full of mysteries, isn't it? What a fascinating place this is. Oh, look at all this wonderful architecture. You could walk all the way around the world and never find its like. Except for this part. I've seen this somewhere else before.
Rethink your intent.
Crucible, it's mine! Be careful, Gavin. It might be cursed. Here, the crucible should be safe now. Pick it up. Pick it up. Poor man. If I had known the crucible was cursed, I never would have brought him along. If you come see me in Chaldeum, I can show you how the crucible can combine jewel fragments. Well, you know, I've been searching for a certain jewel for a long, long time. I'm in no rush. But maybe if I go with you, I'll find it just like I found this crucible. May I come with you on your journey and make glorious jewelry for you?
Yes, that would be good. Now, let us go.
Oh, the way out is just a little farther. I am starving. Do you think we'll find any good food down here?
Nothing I would advise you to eat.
Such pessimism from one so young. Hoping for the best never disappoints.
You go on ahead. I'm going back to town. I need to learn the spell needed to restore Cole's body. I'll meet you when you get to the archives.
You and I are the same. But those others, the fallen angel, the witch, they're using you for their own ends. You choose to be their puppet, yet the power of your birthright could make you a god.
Striving for godhood got your head separated from your body, Cool.
There's no need to be snide. Soon enough, I'll walk this world again. Then I'll show you what a Nephilim can achieve.
I miss Uncle Deckard so much. It's hard going on without him.
You carry on his work. He would be proud of you.
Thank you. I'm going to get back to my research.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
Let us seek honor together, my friend.
I need spirit. What you ask is impossible.
What sort of emperor allows his people to fall into such suffering?
An emperor's crown is not fit for a child.
True. I suppose this is what one should expect in such a case.
We, the Zakarum, have endeavored to make Chaldeum a city of mercy and salvation, but we have not yet been able to convince the emperors to change the ancient policy of exile. Prisoners convicted of treason are still sent to the desolate sands to die with nothing but the clothes on their backs.
It's hard to believe the Herodrum came to a place like this.
Baal was the most brash and reckless of the prime evils. After the Dark Exile, he was contained within the Horodrim Tal Rasha and entombed. Centuries later, Diablo freed Baal, who then corrupted the World Stone to devastating effect for the barbarians who lived near Mount Ariat. The heroes killed Baal shortly afterward.
A vicious strike! I will not do that. Beneath the endless tide!
Finally, I have unlocked the secret of the Soul Stones once given to the Horodrim by Tyrael. An impressive creation, to be sure, but one that I am certain can be duplicated. No, not just duplicated, improved upon. My Soul Stone will be made to contain the souls of many demons, or even angels.
We found Kuhl's archives. They were strangely empty at first. But Kuhl laid traps everywhere, each step harder than the next. It was foolish to expect otherwise. Kuhl has prepared for many years for someone to come for him. Perhaps we are fools, and yet we must push on.
A well-deserved death.
Feel the wrath of Ytar! This is no sacred place, no burial ground. The god of death rules this cracked and bitter land.
Brass wrote that this land was an oasis of surpassing beauty.
Some of my blood is within that cave. I can feel
it. We are well on our way. This great soulstone will be ours.
A vicious strike! Rethink your intent. It cannot be done.
Further trials.
You are defeated! I will not do that. My strides grow longer.
Prepare for a long fight!
What you ask is impossible. Ha! A vicious strike! I will not do that.
my legacy, and my gift to humanity. There will be wars to come between man and the creatures of heaven and hell. The power housed within my stone is the very thing needed to set mankind free from demons and angels forever. My archives are at the northern tip of the desolate sands. There we will find my body and the Black Soul Stone. Here is the entrance to my archives. Let me activate the portal. I had to build all of this for my research and my experiments. The Black Soul Stone was a complicated creation. I sacrificed much to make it.
I don't like the look of this place.
Looks like I got here just in time. Emperor Hakan? What are you doing here?
Good, everyone's together. I came to tell you that I have found Bilal, and I am ready to lead you to him.
Then the Lord of Lies will fall as soon as we recover the Black Soul Stone.
All well and good. But first, I will be made whole.
We're ready to do our part. Just you remember yours.
Have you discovered Belial's identity?
Yes, but we must be very careful. He has noticed your actions, and he grows nervous. You focus on the Soul Stone. We can confront Belial after.
Beyond these portals lie two relics that were once powered by my blood. Take the vials you recovered and use them to activate the relics.
I will stay here and prepare the ritual. Be careful. Even after everything we've come to know about Zoltan Kulle, I never imagined anything like this. Maybe Adria is right about the Black Soul Stone.
You doubted me. How disappointing.
I am returning to town.
Just the thing.
Why did you decide to move to Bristol?
You know, I've asked myself that. It was Mira's idea. I wonder if she saw something and knew that I needed to be there to help you. Did she know what was going to happen all along?
Our lives upon this world are short and fleeting. You had many good years together. Do not dwell in regret.
Thank you. I need a moment alone.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
I don't like what Zoltan Kulle is going to do to you. I told you he couldn't be trusted.
Well, out with it. What does Zoltan Kulle do to me?
I changed the future to save someone once. I ended up causing the deaths of 3 others. I've told you all I can. I promise you.
Tell me of the time you changed the future.
There was a girl who'd been toying with dark magic. When I saw demon possession in her future, she begged for my help. Since she was already tainted, simply stopping her dabbling with magic would not be enough. So I crafted her a protective charm. Unfortunately, the demon was already loosed from hell. When it couldn't possess her, it spitefully chose her father. The possessed father killed the girl's mother and sister. When the demon showed the man what he had done, he took his own life. Last I heard, the girl had been committed to an asylum. Such sadness.
I have thought more on what I am missing.
Oh?
Our progress seems to clarify things for me. It is difficult to explain.
Perhaps more will come to you with time.
Yes, the spell that sent me to this time was bound to the Prophet. Now he is missing, and some parts of me are missing as well. Lost to the ages.
Such things are not lost for long. You will find them.
Yes, but it will take a while. My skill is not so great as the Prophet's was. We will stand together against the shadows.
I am prepared to read these key words. I will turn the page. Now what? They are simple words. Words that I have never seen together before. Oh, I can see everything. Water on a leaf. A burning hut. Light in my mother's eyes. Oh, make it stop! It's slowing now. I can... Oh, no! No! I was a young man. A promising soldier of Westmarch. The Order recruited me. They lied to me. Piled false sins upon me.
Why do you think they did this?
I do not know. But I am sure this is why John Dar turned from the Order. He was a fool. The Grand Maester cannot possibly know what his Inquisitors have done. When I return with the tomes, he will punish them for their sins. Please, I must think on this. It is good to fight with you again.
Leah is becoming powerful in her own right.
The power was always within her. Now she's learning to control it.
Then it was from you that her powers came?
I do not know where her power comes from. I spent a lifetime studying the ways of magic. It did not come so easily to me.
I think I was wrong about the jewel I seek. It's not in this land either. Oh, what a pity.
Why do you search for this cursed jewel?
Because it has killed thousands. And because I'm the only one who can hold it without harm.
You are being foolish. Do you think you can touch it because you say you are a god?
No, because it has already taken everything from me that matters. But enough of that. I have gone too long without spiced beef and spicier wine.
Angels are no better than demons. Did you know that they once voted on whether or not to eliminate all of mankind? Only one vote saved us from extinction.
Tyrael. It must have been Tyrael who saved us.
Yes. Whatever else he may be, he is the aspect of justice. There is no justice in murder.
The world is safer now. The Lord of Lies is as cunning as he is vile. We'll need to use our wits to defeat him.
Belial must answer for his crimes, and I intend to judge him harshly.
Woe to any who cross your path in such a way.
It cannot be done. Feel the wrath of Ita! Rethink your intent.
I could have helped all men become Nephilim and ushered in a golden age. But my Herodic brothers could not accept man's true destiny.
Seal the Shadow Locks with vials of his blood, and we will hide the blood in the desert under eternal guard. I can only hope that the world does not forget of Kul's evil, and his blood remains undisturbed beneath the shifting sands.
What you ask is impossible.
Beneath the endless tide!
A vicious strike!
Rumors swirl that the Crusaders have returned, and that they mean to go to the west. But who are these tall, blonde warriors? They look nothing like the Crusaders who set out from Travincal 200 years ago. And those who inhabit the ruins of that ancient city suspect trickery.
Your strength fails! I don't have enough spirit. Feel the wrath of Ita!
That the end times are upon us. But do you truly believe that Belial and Asmodan could have engineered these events?
Yes, they have brought the end days upon us. Perhaps you could be silent until then.
Kul simply cannot be killed. His cursed blood sustains him. He bleeds sand and his laughter mocks us. There is only one course of action left to us. We will separate his body and his head, and hide the body within the Shadow Realm.
I will finally be able to unlock the true power of man. In ancient times, our kind possessed power unmatched in this dreary age. With the Soul Stone, I will be able to elevate myself to the strength of my ancestors.
This must be the Shadow Portal. Let us be done with this.
Lavrum did all this to lock my body away. He must have been very angry with me.
They couldn't kill you. What else could they do?
They were never very imaginative.
Feel the wrath of Yitar!
not enough spirit.
Trust me, I understand. But we are more alike than you know. We have both tasted what it is to be Nephilim. Join with me, and we can become the masters of this world.
I grow tired of your rambling.
Mocks my every step. I try to shut him out, but his chattering is ceaseless. He takes joy in taunting me. I will not rise to the bait. I will not give in to him. I long for the silence that will come once I secure his head away.
I have Cool's body.
Then let me begin the ritual. But I'm warning you, Cool. You'd better not cross us.
You are surrounded by deceit, young one. I am the least of your concerns. Concentrate, Leah. Soon now. Just a bit longer. Just a moment. Almost. Yes! Blood thunders within me. This fetid air fills my ravaged lungs. I am alive again.
You're welcome.
We have fulfilled our part of the bargain. Give us the Soul Stone, Cool.
Very well. The bargain stands. Quickly, to my sanctum.
You should follow Cool into his sanctum before he changes his mind.
last, I can complete my life's work. All will tremble at my power. What is this? How has this happened? The souls of the dead lords of hell have been absorbed into the stone. Abandon your quest, Nephilim. Your allies seek only to control you. With the power I offer, you and I could rule over all creation.
You are mad, Cole. Give me the stone, or I will destroy it.
Have been triggered. It seems my brothers have finally come looking for me. Damn them. I am not ready. Too much of my power is invested in the stone's creation. I must finish it. The future of mankind depends on it.
Five lords of hell now reside within this stone. This was your doing, Adria.
20 years ago, during the darkening of Tristram, Cain told me of Zoltan Kuhl's profane soulstone.
That's why you left me. You went to mark the demon's souls so that they could be drawn into Kuhl's vessel.
Yes, my daughter. I have sacrificed everything for this.
I need to go back.
A good choice.
I'm not sure what I expected it would be like to have my mother back. It wasn't this. She's different than what I imagined. I can see the toll her mission has exacted from her, just as it had with my uncle.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
I welcome the chance to travel with you.
It is good to fight with you again.
What will we do when we've trapped Belial and Azmodan in the Soul Stone?
Then I will shatter it, and the Lords of Hell will be no more. While I was in Tristram, Deckard Cain told me of a black soulstone crafted by a renegade Haradrim. I didn't think anything of it at the time, but later, I realized its true significance. I knew the essences of the 5 slain Lords of Hell still existed in our world, so I spent the last 20 years locating and preparing them to be drawn into the stone when it was finished.
Finished?
Kuhl was interrupted during his first attempt. Now that the Soul Stone is finally complete, the Lords of Hell have been trapped within it. Know this. I have given everything. Even my own blood, my own daughter, so that I could hunt Belial and Azmodan. Do not question my dedication. I have given more than any, and I will give more before the end comes. Controlling the Black Soulstone will be perilous.
But you will be able to.
It won't be me who will use it. Only Leah, under my guidance, can wield it. Her power is far greater than mine, and it will ensure our success.
The Prophet has foreseen our victory.
Do you think I could take a close look at that black soul stone? It's like nothing I've ever seen before.
I don't know if that would be a good idea.
You think too little of me. The object of my search is as dangerous as anything. My expertise may be of some use to you. I am, after all, quite well versed in the knowledge of jewels and stones.
We've got to reach the Emperor. He said he can lead us to Belial.
Are you certain we can trust the child?
We have no choice. But know this, if Belial gets desperate, he will unleash hell upon Chaldeum.
So before we face him, we must evacuate the citizens. The Iron Wolves can help.
The people must be saved, but quickly.
Belial has started his attack on the city. Let's go. Ashira is already at the sewers.
Chaldeum changed drastically in recent years when the Kurask nobles all but invaded the city. Soon after, their emperor, Hakan I, joined them and made Chaldeum his capital. Though his actions seemed audacious, he managed to bring further peace and prosperity to the city for the duration of his reign. All was well under the new emperor until his untimely death forced the Zakarum priests to find a new heir for Kejistan's throne. Through a series of elaborate rituals, undoubtedly a spectacle for their superstitious followers, they determined an impoverished infant in the north was Hakan I's spiritual successor. After the Zakarum priests' rituals were complete, they employed a group of reckless mercenaries, the Iron Wolves, to retrieve the child. They dubbed him Hakan II and installed him on the throne despite his scant years. Chaldeum has been in decline ever since, and I can see no reprieve in sight.
Hurry! We'll keep you safe!
Belial is desperate. If he must, he will bring down the entire city to stop us.
When the fireballs began falling from the sky, we started evacuating the people. They will be safe here.
We will save who we can.
The Iron Wolves will assist you to the death.
I saw people hiding under the carts. Bring them to the sewers.
We can't risk our lives on this foolish heroism. We must go to the Emperor immediately.
We can't let these people die, Mother.
We have nowhere to hide. Who has brought this wrath down upon us?
Hurry! We'll keep you safe.
Who has brought this wrath down upon us?
I could do that again!
Watch out! Keep the people away from those fireballs.
Ashira is a good woman.
She has to know that the Emperor isn't the same sweet child she brought to Chaldeum years ago.
Lead the rest of the people here.
Now to the gates. We have no time to lose.
Let's go.
I will not do that.
Now, Leah, use your power just the way I taught you and bring down these gates.
Stand back. I still can't fully control it.
Stop them!
That's all of them.
Kneel before the servants of Belial.
That sorcerer's illusion blocks our path. Kill him.
I recently met a returning Crusader, and now I understand. Each Crusader took an apprentice. When a Crusader fell, his apprentice would take up his armor, his place in the Order, and even his very name. When the first generation of Crusaders fell, their own apprentices took up their identities. And so it has continued for 200 years.
Have you traveled to Kyrgyzstan before?
Daughter!
I feel so weak. I don't know if I can.
You must! Now! It is up to you now. Hurry! I must stay here and tend to Leah.
Praise the gods, you've arrived just in time. Show me the Soul Stone.
You'll see it soon. It will be your prison, Belial.
Clever. But know this, Nephilim. Azmodan knows of the stone and the power it contains. Even if you defeat me, he will exterminate you and every last one of your misbegotten kind.
Be undone! This world is mine! I cast off these petty illusions. Behold, the true vision of the Lord of Hell!
Amelia, seal Belial's soul within the stone. It is ironic that one as twisted as Zoltan Kuhl played so great a role in our salvation.
Kuhl was once a tireless enemy of hell. From his life, let us learn. The longer we fight evil, the more it can corrupt our hearts.
I am returning to town.
I knew you'd have an easy time defeating Belial.
I wouldn't say it was easy.
Oh, you're way too modest. Now, Azmodan, that's going to be a fight.
Do you remember anything about your past?
Yes, faintly. My sisters and I were once mere servants in the house of a great Vigerai lord.
Is it he who taught you your magic?
No, I began reading his spell books out of curiosity and teaching magic to my sisters. Tricks, really. It was amusing for a time, but then I learned that he had begun to summon demons. Let us fight this evil together.
Do you wonder what will happen in Chaldeum now?
I hope that they will find their way.
Ashira will be there to keep the peace. I only hope they rebuild wisely. I've seen the ruin that Leoric and Diablo brought in Tristram. I would not wish it upon Chaldeum.
Today is a good day. You have liberated this land and brought low a lord of hell. Enjoy this moment, for tomorrow our war continues.
There is no time for rest. Even now, Azmodan plots our destruction.
The Lord of Sin is an uncanny tactician. He'll attack us where he believes we'll least expect it.
And where defeat would break our will to resist.
You are learning well, Leah. Now you must go to Chaldeum's great library and continue with your uncle's work.
Today, please look. You won't be disappointed.
I welcome the chance to travel with you.
I can be ready to leave at a moment's notice. Let me know when you are prepared to go.
None of this makes any sense to me. What am I missing, Uncle? What am I supposed to see?
ravaging this world and all hope of resistance. My minions will find the stone, wherever you choose to hide it. Then, at long last, Osmodan shall reign as the prime evil. Leah, are you all right? Speak to me, child.
Arian. The demon's invasion will come from Arian.